The 76ers offseason continues a little over a month away from training camp, but no drama today. We are going to flip the script and talk about the Sixers' biggest hidden gem. Matter of fact, one of the more underrated rookies in the NBA last season. Also, a strange and confusing quote from Ramona Shelburne. Could it potentially signal that this is indeed the end for Paul George and Joel Embiid? And last but not least, an ESPN analyst gives a bold take about VJ Edgecombe over Cooper Flagg this season. We will react to it all right here on Philly Take with RB. But welcome on into the show. I'm RB. Appreciate everybody who has stayed tapped in with us on all platforms throughout this offseason. Can't wait to get back to the season, the live shows, all that and more. But in the meantime, we need to start it off with the hidden gem on the Sixers roster, because while all the chaos is going on and the uncertainty around Joel Embiid and Paul George, there's one guy who I know is going to show up, who's not one of the young, bright prospects that everybody's thinking about, right? Tyrese Maxey and Jared McCain, VJ Edgecombe. No, I'm talking about Justin Edwards. Now, we played this video in our last piece of content a few days ago, but we didn't really talk about it, right? I want to talk about the fact that Justin Edwards is around pros in the gym and he's working out with Chris Johnson, the guy that works out with Tyrese Maxey, and he's adding to his game. Spot up 3-point shot, which was pretty good last year, but he's definitely getting more consistent on it. He's a pretty good defender on the perimeter. And he also started to add more to his handles at the end of last season. Now, again, I know it was a tough situation and nobody really expected much from him. But the fact of the matter is that you should expect something from him. And if this guy can pan out, especially after signing a new 3-year contract extension, I really feel that he can be a true complementary role player for the team this season, like a real impact player. I'm not saying he's going to be a superstar, but he can put in some real valuable minutes for this team. And I love the fact that he's been working hard in the gym all summer. Tyrese Maxey said it on a recent interview that he's one of the main guys that's been working out with him at 5 a.m. It shouldn't be a surprise, though, because I feel like people know Justin Edwards, but they don't really know Justin Edwards. Like, who is this guy and where did he come from? How did he get here? Why did he look so good last season? Well, let's take it a step back to high school, right? Who was Justin Edwards? Well, he was only the Pennsylvania High School Basketball Player of the Year in 2022. And during his senior year, he averaged 17.9 points, 7.5 boards. He shot 57.8% from the field. He was a McDonald's All-American. All right, there's a handful of players that do that. But if we look at the top basketball recruits in 2023, guess who was number 3? It was Justin Edwards. He was higher than Cody Williams. He was higher than DJ Wagner, Matas Buzelis, Jacoby Walters, Stephen Castle, who just won Rookie of the Year. He was higher than all these guys. The Philadelphia product, the hometown kid, was behind Ron Holland and Isaiah Collier. So what happened? Big senior year, McDonald's All-American. Well, he goes to college and he had a bad season. I guess you could call it that. I mean, there was a logjam of guards. You know how Kentucky works with Coach Cal when he was there. And he still put up 8.8 points a game, 3.4 boards, 0.9 assists, 0.9 steals, and he shot about 37% from 3. So, in my opinion, that's not really that bad. But he fell all the way down. He was supposed to be a, for sure, first-round pick. He ends up going undrafted. Sixers snatch him up right away. And then last year in the NBA, this guy was one of the best rookies in a limited sample size. Justin Edwards averaged 10 points a game last year. He averaged 10, 4, 1.6 assists, and 1 steal per game. And he only played 44 games. He only had 26 starts. Ladies and gentlemen, if the Sixers weren't a mess, and if they had their guys there, and if Justin Edwards had more of a consistent opportunity last year, his name would have definitely been at the top of the mix for Rookie of the Year. Stephen Castle, Zachary Rizachet had great seasons. Jared McCain had his Rookie of the Year campaign short, felt like he was running away with it for a bit. But Justin Edwards would have actually been in that mix. So, all in all, Justin Edwards went undrafted after one bad season at Kentucky, which wasn't really that bad of a season after being the 3rd ranked high school prospect in 2022 the Philadelphia native, comes to the Sixers, and in the midst of the chaos of Joel Embiid, Paul George, and the rest of the crew, Justin Edwards went out there and hooped in every opportunity that he had. Justin Edwards is a real player. I don't think this is another Ricky Council situation or another Jared Butler, whoever else you want to call it. I think Justin Edwards is legit, and I think he is going to make a real impact this season. I am buying on the Justin Edwards stock. He shot 36% from deep last year. This guy is a hooper. He's working hard. He's in the gym. And I think he's going to make a real impact for this team, not only this upcoming season, but for the next couple years as well. I think his skill set is exactly what this team needs as the catch and shoot guy that can defend multiple positions on the perimeter, has some pretty good athleticism. And oh, by the way, that jump shot is looking clean. Now, before we get to a very perplexing quote from Ramona Shelburne, speaking of clean, we need to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video. Tell me, are you someone who's been itching to find that right deodorant for you? Maybe you've tried a ton of different deodorants and can't really pinpoint the right one. Well, guess what? Fear no longer, because Mando is for you. Whether you're trying to survive a tough, long day at work, or maybe you're outside roaming around and don't want to end up like a puddle in a few hours, the Mando is a whole body deodorant that controls sweat and odor for up to 72 hours. They did clinical studies with their products, and after just 12 hours, underarm sweat was reduced by 92%. It is clinically proven to block odor all day. They sent me the new boy as well. The new deodorant plus sweat control solid stick gives you double the protection you need. No more worrying about those embarrassing pit rings or sweat stains under your arms. Just all day freshness and dryness. Now, my personal favorite is the Mount Fuji, but also the bourbon leather brings a really nice smell to the pits. Also, the Mando spray deodorant is fire. You just hit this 1 or 2 sprays and you're on your way. It is comfortable, it lasts long, and it does not irritate the skin for me, which is key. I would recommend the Mando starter pack. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, a cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. And as a special offer for our listeners right now, go to shopmando.com, get 20% off site-wide and free shipping by using our code PhillyTake5. Support our show and let them know we sent you. You know where to go with Mando. All right, man, let's talk about this quote, because I heard this a few days ago and people were sending it to me, and I don't know what to make of it. Here's what Ramona Shelburne said on NBA Today regarding the 76ers offseason. Quote, "All the videos I've seen, all the word I get out of Philly is that Tyrese Maxey and Jared McCain and the younger guys like VJ Edgecombe, they've all been in the gym all summer long. And these guys, Embiid and Paul George, missed a lot of time last year. That young group, they may not wait. The Sixers may not be able to wait." What does that mean? Like, I hate when reporters come out and say a bunch and don't say anything. This is why I can't stand some of these reports, especially when they come out with a big, bold headline, and then when you actually click on and read the article, it says nothing. Like, just tell us what you mean. Are they not going to wait to rebuild? Are they going to go into another process? Are they going to, stretch and waive Joel Embiid, cut these guys? Are they going to medically retire? Like, what are you saying? Saying they're not going to be able to wait. Are they not going to be able to wait to eat dinner tonight or go, see the ice cream truck outside? What is it, Ramona? The Sixers have a nice young core. And I think this is going to be a very telltale beginning of the season, because it almost feels like you're bridging the gap, right? You have the young core who's ready to rebuild, who's ready to be young and quick and athletic and kind of, replicate that mold of the newer types of teams like OKC, etc. But then you have the 2 max stars who still fall under the old template and are still trying to get healthy and back on the floor. But it's not like you can get rid of them because of the contracts that you gave them. So when I look at all this together and I think about the fact that you need to try to optimize and win on rookie contracts now, that's what OKC did. That's what some of these other teams are trying to take advantage of, because you can't pay everybody at once and then you'll have a top-heavy team, for example. Can the Sixers actually wait? Can they wait to, hit the reset button and try to take a step back? That's what she's trying to say. She just didn't say it. And I think the answer is, if you don't get off to a hot start and Joel Embiid and Paul George are not healthy in the first quarter of the season, then no, you have to hit the reset button. You have to do whatever it takes, because at this point, Sixer fans will not be fooled. Nobody will be fooled. People don't know what to expect, and they're just preparing for a reset, retool type of year. And that takes me to my last and final point, because an article came out and another ESPN analyst placed VJ Edgecombe as a quote-unquote wild card to win Rookie of the Year over Cooper Flagg, right? The consensus, the favorite, is Cooper Flagg, and I'm sure after that will probably be Dylan Harper. But Kevin Pelton gave his analysis on Cooper Flagg as a Rookie of the Year, saying the Mavericks landed the number 1 pick. Pretty much they're going to be good. And the other top 2 lottery picks went to unexpected destinations. So where does VJ Edgecombe stand? Quote, there is a clearer path for Edgecombe if the Sixers pivot towards retaining their pick, top 4 protected, otherwise headed to OKC instead of trying to get back in the playoffs. Well, here's where you're wrong, Kevin. The Sixers, Daryl Morey and Nick Nurse will absolutely not be tanking. If the Sixers were to come out this season and tank again, then it's pretty much admitting how bad those contracts were and saying, fire me, get rid of me. So that is not going to happen. The Sixers could end up tanking in January if they are 25 games under 500 and everybody gets injured again and they have nowhere to go. That would then be a possibility. And everybody will probably still get fired. The heads will turn. This is the last chance for the Sixers to really contend with this front office, coach, etc. There were expectations and they're taking steps backwards. And you can try to look at last year as an outlier, but we still have uncertainty around health. So in terms of VJ Edgecombe, that pick was made because he is a better win now type of piece. We talked about it throughout the whole pre-draft process. They're trying to insert a piece now and try to win. And maybe VJ Edgecombe could end up being a Rookie of the Year if the Sixers tank, but they're not going to. He says, still the Philly backcourt rotation is crowded with other talented young players. Maxey's an all-star. McCain was the early favorite for Rookie of the Year. They will also likely re-sign Quentin Grimes, if that'll ever happen. But, yeah, I just don't think there's enough usage. So, look, I understand we're at the dead point in the offseason. It's hot take season, but I just don't think it happens at all. I think VJ will have a pretty solid rookie campaign. Hopefully he stays healthy. But other than VJ and Cooper Flagg, he projects Ace Bailey, Trey Johnson, and Con Knipple as the best Rookie of the Year candidates. So, give me your thoughts on that down below. How do you think this season's going to go? Give me your thoughts down below. As always, appreciate everybody for tapping in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will catch you on the next one. Peace.